Don't you just love them? The word of the Lord this morning, I started this message from what God had shared with me on Thursday on the call. So if you're not connected, get connected with the call on Thursday. Many times there's such a blessing and breaks up your week, and you don't have to go anywhere. You can be wherever you are. You can be traveling. You can be at home. And if you have an option on your job, if you have a break, you can always join the call. It's from 7 to about 7:30. Occasionally, we might go over a little bit, or we might be under a little bit. But it allows you to just call in and join with other believers from all over, all around, especially the East Coast, that call in and join us. And we share the word of the Lord and encourage one another just at that time of fellowship. And so I invite you to join that call. But I began talking about this thought that the Holy Spirit gave me, which was understanding deliberate disruptions. Deliberate disruption. And I'm talking from this subject and a subtopic, a life-altering plan. A life-altering plan. Mark 5:25 and continuing says, "And a certain woman which had an issue of blood 12 years, and had suffered many things of many physicians, and had spent all that she had, and was nothing better, but rather grew worse. When she had heard of Jesus, came in the press behind, and touched his garment. For she said, If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up, and she felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus, immediately knowing in himself that virtue had gone out of him, turned him about in the press and said, Who touched my clothes? And his disciples said unto him, Thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou, Who touched me? And he looked round about to see her that had done this thing. But the woman, fearing and trembling, knowing what was done in her, came and fell down before him, and told him all the truth. And he said unto her, Daughter, thy faith hath made thee whole. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. Go in peace and be whole of thy plague. One of the greatest powers in this message is understanding even just that title of deliberate disruptions. Many times, as we see from this woman, her faith and corresponding action led to and leads to positive, life-altering disruption. It leads to a powerful and a positive, life-altering disruption of what? A 12-year issue. She had had this issue of continuous blood flow for 12 years. Not 3 days in a month, not a day in a month, not 10 days in a month, and I'm being really discreet as to how I'm putting this together, but technically she had this issue of continuous blood flow, which if any woman in here knows about that situation, it is both debilitating, weakening, takes all of your strength, takes all of your power. It keeps you on edge, keeps you off your game, so to speak, keep you in a very debilitating position. But this lady lived with this for 12 years. Somebody say 12 years.
12 years.
She had spent basically all she had on doctors. She has spent everything going to every physician trying to figure out how to become, I love this word that the King James used, whole. How to be restored. When you are whole, your life works. Somebody say, I want to be made whole.
I want to be made whole.
I don't want to just live. I don't want to just have a good life. I want to have a whole life.
Yeah.
That means nothing missing, nothing broken.
Yes.
When you see that word whole in Scripture, whole life, it means in the Hebrew, nothing missing, nothing broken. Everybody say nothing missing.
Nothing missing.
Nothing broken.
Nothing broken.
Anybody like me, you are confessing and you're proclaiming in your life, I am whole.
Yes.
I am complete. I am entire. I am lacking nothing. Somebody say whole, complete, entire, lacking nothing. Some of you say, well, I'm not there, so I can't say that. The Bible says you are snared by the words of your mouth. And I'm here to tell you, if you want to get in a good snare, I dare you to confess, I am whole. I am complete. I am entire. I am lacking nothing. Many times we have to say it, as Minister C.C. Carter said, we have to get it in our spirit before we can get it in our hand.
Yeah.
So many times we confess everything except the right thing. Somebody say everything except the right thing. We complain, we say I got a headache, we say I don't feel good, we say I'm this and I'm that, I'm hurting and I'm in pain, I'm broke and I'm disgusted and I'm mad and I'm upset and I'm leaving and I can't stand it and I can't take it and I this. We confess everything negative. But when somebody tells us to confess something positive, we're like, I can't say that. I can't. That sounds like I'm lying.
Preach.
You're not lying. When you say I am whole, you are confessing that I am is making me whole. The I am that I am. Somebody say I am whole. That means you just gave it back to God. For who is God? He says, I am that I am. He told Moses when Moses asked, who should I say sent me when he was going back to Egypt to deliver the children of Israel? He said, who shall I say is sending me? And God tells Moses, he says, tell them I am that I am is sending you. So what does that mean? When you say I am, whatever you're saying, you're giving God the power to lose whatever I am.
Yes.
That's why I say you need to start confessing, I am well, I am whole, I am complete, I am entire, I am lacking nothing.
Yes.
Amen.
Somebody say I am.
I am.
The enemy has made us clam up and shut up our mouth. We won't release anything. We don't have any problem saying everything crazy. In public, in private, to ourselves. But I'm here to tell us that we've got to reverse our confession.
Yes.
Somebody say reverse.
Reverse.
Your confession.
Your confession.
This woman began to take charge of her life, and she comes up with a plan. She says she knows that Jesus is passing by, and she says to herself, for she said, verse 28, if I may touch but his clothes, I what? Shall be. Was she whole then? No. But she confessed it. Somebody said she said it.
She said it.
Before it happened.
Before it happened.
She said if I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole. She had already confessed her healing.
Yes.
She had already confessed her wholeness.
Yes.
She had already confessed her entirety. Now, isn't it amazing Somebody said his clothes.
His clothes.
That means healing. You can even receive your wholeness, your healing, even through a material situation.
I got it.
Somebody say a material.
A material.
Situation. Whatever the situation is that materializes in your life, you still have the power to be made whole, even beyond and through a material situation. She didn't say I needed to touch him. She said if I can just touch his material, his clothes, that means even materials cannot stop your deliverance.
Yes.
And you can get deliverance even through the material.
Yes, God.
Somebody say deliverance.
Deliverance.
Even through the material.
Even through the material.
Most of you, your situations are material situations. They are things that are touchable, things that are tangible, and they're the things that keep us from where we need to be. But I'm here to tell you, deliverance can come even through the material, and even by, and even because of a material situation.
Yes, God.
And straightway the fountain of her blood was dried up. And she felt in her body. Somebody says she felt.
She felt.
She felt in her body that she was healed of that plague. And Jesus immediately, knowing in himself that the virtue had gone out of him, even through her touching his clothes. Now he feels that virtue, the anointing, has gone even out of him.
Yes.
And he says, he turned him about in the press and said, who touched my clothes? Somebody say, touched.
Touched.
So what happens is, this woman who is deliberate, somebody say deliberate,
Deliberate.
disrupts even Jesus' flow. What's going on in Jesus' life at the time? Because of her touch, she disrupts even his anointing, his flow.
Yes.
So her flow drying up caused his flow to be released. Somebody said the flow.
The
Flow.
So you see, Jesus realizes, and everybody around him thronging him, he's touched. And the disciple says unto him, thou seest the multitude thronging thee, and sayest thou who touched me? And he looked around about to see her that had done this, to see who disrupted his flow. Somebody say a disruption.
A
Disruption.
So this woman, with her faith, and not just her faith, here's the other principle. It's not just enough to have faith. You got to have what? Corresponding action.
That's right.
That's why I say after verse 34, for this woman, faith and corresponding action leads to a positive, life-altering disruption. What am I saying? She had purpose in her heart that she was going to get free of this plague.
Yes.
Somebody said she's determined
She's determined
to have a life-altering
Have a life-altering
disruption.
disruption.
What was the disruption? Every disruption is not negative. She had a positive, life-altering disruption. She said in herself, I will be whole.
Yes.
If I can just do one thing, touch his garment, I believe I will be made whole. And when she did it, she got delivered.
Yep.
She purposed it in her heart. Somebody say she purposed it.
She purposed it.
What does it mean by disruption? Disruption is a noun. It's a disturbance or problems that interrupt an event, activity, or process.
Yes.
Jesus was in process and had a disruption. Her body was in process, but it had a disruption. In other words, she had a anointed disruption.
Yes.
She had a God-filled disruption. Her body had been for 12 years in this constant process. But one day, with one touch, she became disrupted for the good.
Yes.
Sometimes, if you're going through life and life just seems like a series and a process of negative things happening in your life, you have the power to determine when it's going to end.
Yes.
Ooh, I hope somebody caught that.
Amen.